59, checking out 5 crossbred gilts. The Bluegill here is lot number 3. This is 59-5. She's a pay and debt justice. I think this girl's pretty neat. Not only is her collar really that deep blue and stands out, she's one that she's attractive from the side. She's big boned. She's square made. Super level down the top line. Really good in terms of muscle shape and design. Really good in terms of her center body. Gets out and move. You know, to me, she reads as a really good breeding gilt. I think she's one you can take home, put on a feed, and have a lot of fun as you get her up there. She's really neat in that head carriage. And then, you know, take her home and one to breed her. She's a 4th Duroc. Her grandma, and you can go back and read, goes back to a Duroc Sow. So a lot of brood sow potential in her as well. One that I really like. The gilt coming out here next. This is this
60-8.
60-8, lot number 6. So lot 6, 60-8. She's a never-ending heater. Guys, this is another, I think, really heavy muscle, powerfully constructed gilt. One that as you study her out of the backside of that blade, she has a huge ditch down that top line. Big old groove laid into her. You get behind her hip and hind leg very shapely out through that stifle. Still sets those feet down square at the ground. Big old center laid in her as well. I think this gilt's going to be a lot of fun to feed. She has so much potential laid into her. Coming up next, this is lot number 9, the thin belted gilt, 63-11. She's an Echo Mountain outlaw. Echo Mountain is an exchange rate son out of an awesome litter. And guys, I think this girl's pretty special. As you study her, she's wide at the ground, she's wide up top, she's stout in all her features, she's stout skulled. You get on top of her, look how square she is down the groin edge. You get behind her, big old stout hip. Really good in terms of that natural body shape through the center portion of her rib shape and her depth of body. Really square made, big bones. I think this is one that is going to have a whole lot of fun as we get out and get going. You know, to these late summer and into these fall shows. There's so much potential that she has here. I have a lot of high hopes for her. Coming up next, we have Dad has her caught. This is 59-8, lot number 4. She's another pay and debt justice, a litter mate to that Bluegill, and you can see that, you know, this gill is one that she's tall at the point of her shoulder. She has a little more extension from the side. Look at her get out and go. She's extremely sound and comfortable in her movement. Really good in terms of center rotty dimension and depth of body. Good muscle shape up high, good shape out through her hip and hind leg. Really big bone. She's another one. I think she just has so much brood sow potential. You get in these breeding gilt classes. One that's going to be, I think, an easy feeding, easy doing one. You know, if you like to show these crossbred gilts, you know, in those big, kind of more heavyweight classes, I think she can really handle that with that little bit added frame to her and just be a lot of fun as we get into these fall shows. Another one I think has a whole lot of future laid into her. And then rounding the pen out is, we call her a whitetail here, but it's lot 10, 63-12. She's another Echo Mountain outlaw. And guys, I think she's pretty special. She's always been a standout here. Really tall at the point of her shoulder, really clean neck up to that front end, really cool on how she's designed. Good in terms of her muscle shape over her top. As you study her, she's another one that has a huge groove laid down that loin. Very shapely out through that hip and hind leg. Really square made from behind. She's big boned, she's big centered. Let's see if we can get her circled around without another pig. Look at her coming at you. She's really square and wide in that chest floor, really shapely. I think another gilt that is going to be a lot of fun, and you have a lot of options as what you want to do to her as far as how you feed her. But a really good pen of crossbred gilts.